Final UFC pay-per-view of the year on Saturday night, UFC 282 in Las Vegas. Main event, Jan Blachowicz faces Magomed Ankalaev for the vacant UFC light heavyweight championship. Yuri Prochazka vacated the title in November because of a shoulder injury that will keep him out at least 6 months. In the co-main event, Paddy Pimblett making his UFC pay-per-view debut, facing Jared Gordon in a lightweight bout. Pimblett 3-0 in the UFC, winning each by stoppage and not going past the second round. All right, back here with Luke Thomas here to break down UFC 282. Start with the main event. Jan Blachowicz faces Magomed Ankalaev for the vacant UFC light heavyweight championship. You said on Morning Combat that Blachowicz and Ankalaev have similar styles. So how will this fight be decided?
Well, not quite. What I said was that they were similar statistical fighters. In fact, if you look at the strikes landed per minute, strikes absorbed per minute, takedowns per 15 minutes, striking accuracy, striking defense, the numbers are all pretty similar. If you were just looking at that, you wouldn't get a clear sense of what one guy does better than the other or what their habits might be. So what I'm going to say is this. I think Ankalaev, there's really no good reason why he should lose this. Now, Blachowicz has good power. He's phenomenal. I mean, truly phenomenal at checking leg kicks, which can force fighters to go to other weapons and other ranges that they really don't like. But he has shown some deficiency with takedown defense, and I would say some deficiency in grappling submission defense as well. Also, if you get him on his back, he's not exactly like a threat from guard. Also, here's the stat that really does tell them apart. When Jan Blachowicz has been in a contest where the opponent did not land a takedown, he's 11-1. However, in any contest where the opponent landed at least one takedown, he's 2-5. It really is a huge difference. And what really sort of stands out about that is Ankalaev has fantastic boxing. Boxing range is also takedown range as well, especially for the kind of takedowns that Ankalaev goes for. So this one could be a very much a chess match for long parts of it, but Ankalaev should be able to get the takedown, and by itself, if that doesn't win it for him, his ability to then mix up the threats by virtue of already having the takedown and then confusing Blachowicz, that should be the difference maker. Also, I should note, there has been a late career resurgence of Blachowicz, whereas Ankalaev has always been this guy who was kind of inevitable. He was going to get to this point to fight for a UFC title no matter what. I like him to win here.
All right, Magomed Ankalaev at -300 to earn the vacant UFC light heavyweight title. In the co-main event, Paddy Pimblett facing Jared Gordon in a lightweight bout. Pimblett 3-0 in the UFC, winning each by stoppage, not going past the second round. He's won Performance of the Night awards in all 3 fights, a fan favorite. Gordon has won 4 of his past 5 fights, has the 3rd highest significant strike accuracy in UFC lightweight history, better than 58%. Luke, what do you want to see from Pimblett in his biggest step up in competition?
Hold on. Sorry.
Don't be
my
sorry.
daughter's here. This is a... Hey, look at this, everyone. She just walked on in. Sorry about that. Okay, why don't you go on out there?
What's her pick?
We can fix that later. Yep, you're welcome. All right, sorry about that. I'll answer best I can. Here we go. The answer to this one is grappling and whether or not Jared Gordon can get it. Here's what it really comes down to. Paddy Pimblett has serious deficiencies in terms of striking defense, but as you can see from these highlights here, the guy is an excellent grappler, and again, going back to the Patchy Mix comparisons, phenomenal attacker from the back. Jared Gordon has a very high work rate on the feet, but not a lot of power. Also, he is good on the ground. I wouldn't call him great, and has good takedown defense, not great, but might be good enough to repel any takedown effort from Paddy Pimblett. So how do I put this all together? I think a guy like Jared Gordon does leave a lot of openings by virtue of how much volume he throws. It's easy to get underneath his punches as a consequence. However, if he can keep it on the feet, by virtue of the fact that there is so many striking deficiencies for Paddy Pimblett, this is a tough one to call. I probably lean towards Pimblett, but Jared Gordon could really cause the upset here.
All right, we'll see how that shakes out. But for now, you're going Paddy Pimblett at -240. Hey, look, your daughter just wanted to hug a two-time champ here, back-to-back champ. That's all she wanted. She just wanted to give Big Daddy Luke a hug here as you picked Paddy Pimblett. That's all. All right.
I'll just say this: as you become a dad, you learn that locked doors are really important. I'll just say that.
You are speaking the truth, having known a thing or two about that. Morning Combat defending its title at World MMA Awards, winning Best MMA Programming for the 2nd year in a row, back-to-back champs. you and your crew, Luke, delivering some of the best content in the business. What does this mean to you?
Man, I'm 43 years old. You know, I probably look 403, but I'm only
You
43.
look great.
Yeah. I mean, I look like I've been hit in the face with a shovel 100 times. But other than that, I'll just say this. I've been doing this, covering MMA since 2005. 2005. And only now at CBS, and also we do some work with Showtime, have I really had the chance to do what I wanted to do and get institutional support. And I think the results as a consequence speak for themselves. So I've just been sort of wandering in the wilderness. Funny that Brian Campbell, of all people, is the one that kind of anchored everything with me. You would never imagine a guy that likes gas station hot dogs as much as he does would be the impetus, or the catalyst anyway, for change. But sure enough, here we are. We came to this position from very different routes, but we arrive in kind of like the same place in our own careers and lives. And I just think we're doing something pretty different, and we're lucky to be able to do it. The fans responded. We're incredibly grateful. So thanks to CBS, Showtime, Malka, and of course all the people who watch out there. And if you haven't seen it yet, trust me when I tell you, there are not many combat, frankly, sports podcasts quite like it.
Well, you're the contrarian because you never thought you would win, and here you are winning 2 years in a row. And I think really when you look at the content, right, Luke, and I'm not just saying this to butter you up or whatever, but look, when you do a show that's entertaining and educational, sports fans like it. Like, I'm a sports fan, you're a sports fan, and when you do content that you like personally, that you can get behind and you can rally behind with a crew that likes the content you're doing, that's a winning recipe, my friend, and you've done that. So congrats to you and the crew. Another great year of winning here at the World MMA Awards Best Programming Morning Combat. Appreciate it, Luke. We'll see you post-fight Bellator 289 here on Friday night, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah, without my kid. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You should be probably asleep. Hey, for all things combat, check out the award-winning Morning Combat with Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell. You can watch the series on YouTube. You can also listen to the podcast as well. Morning Combat. Download and subscribe today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.